Hello guys, my name is Jason Dongo and this is Shieldcast Podcast, your ultimate source for everything cybersecurity, and here we are with another episode. So I will let my colleague introduce himself, but before that I will give you the hats I wear. There are not so plenty. I am a software engineer, I am a security researcher, I am a technical writer, and I am your host at Shieldcast Podcast. So Kevin.
Yeah, thank you very much. What's it that you do not do? Maybe you're not an engineer yet. Yeah, so hello everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. So my name is Kevin Mugo. Happy to be back again. I'm also into the cybersecurity field, a little bit into the data side, and here and there in the IT field, networking and the rest. And it's always a pleasure to meet you in our next step in the current episode. And it's been a minute. I think time moves so fast. The other time we were able to cover about hacker groups, but today I think we thought about taking it a higher level to who are these people. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. I think the 1, 2, 3 business is the most paying in this country. I think, as you said. So anyway, we are going to just dive in into today's topic, and so let's get in. As Kevin said, we are going to talk more about these people, what these icons, what these pioneers. So yeah, let's just dive in.
Yeah, let's get international.
I believe this episode will not kickstart very well if we do not start by Russia. I think in the last episodes, Russia has been one of the nations we have visited a lot.
Yeah.
So I think that being mentioned, we are going to Moscow, and that with regards to that we are going to speak about Eugene Kaspersky. And I believe many things start by accident, and if one thing has started by accident is the story of Eugene Kaspersky.
Sure.
So we're going to speak about Eugene Kaspersky, him being an icon in the field, and him being the founder of the Kaspersky. You all know the antivirus, and it is the largest security vendor for consumers and also other companies.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into Eugene Kaspersky.
Yeah, I think when you just talk about Kaspersky, we don't know the software.
Exactly.
So the product became a bigger brand than the person himself.
Yeah.
So back in 1989, our friend here was hit by a virus called Cascade.
Yeah.
And this led him to become a researcher, we may say. I think it was during his fine ages back in campus.
Yeah.
And then now, after resolving this issue, it brought up that taste or that passion for cybersecurity because he was able to crack it. There's a person I usually say that when you crack the first problem, you move to the second and the third, not until you come to realize that you've been able to achieve the bigger goal. And I think that's how his life cycle in the cybersecurity career space went off.
Yeah, I think Eugene's Kaspersky, I'm used to calling him Kaspersky. I didn't even know about Eugene.
Yeah,
as you said, the brand grew more than the name.
True.
So I think his specialization in cryptography enabled him to maneuver the space.
Yeah, that's what even he studied in campus. Yeah, I think he has a doctorate from Plymouth University with regards to the same. Yeah.
I think that was because of his achievement, and I think when he had made all these achievements, he was given an honorary degree.
Yeah, that was now after 1 year after now solving that virus. That's when he joined hands with a few like the way you'd find like-minded people that were trying to solve the same project. So that's how he joined them together. And in the cybersecurity field, these antiviruses, I believe it was operating under the signature kind of behavior, whereby we talk about antiviruses as maybe signature based, or maybe they are also AI based, but I think at that time they're just signature based. So you'd find some malware, you try to record its signature, and then after now recording its signature, you are able to now record it. So whenever incoming traffic or data flows into a system and it detects this kind of signature, it is flagged. So they do it again and again and again and again until they're able to record a high number of signatures, and that's where their recognition came in after their good work.
So I think we owe an appreciation to this guy because his database is one of the biggest database in cybersecurity.
For sure.
Used to like for those signatures and all and security research.
Yeah, and also his works have spread across the world. I think almost all countries in the world have Kaspersky in it, and their branches, I think they have around 30 branches globally from the last time I checked. And also still on the same, I think in 1997, that is when Kaspersky was founded, but when he was now considered as the head, but now went into a higher position. I don't know why, because you're like the founder of something, but you still need to move some hierarchy. But that's what happened, and that's how we got into the game. And up to date, he's even trusted by international government bodies such as Interpol to carry out investigations, especially in incident response and cyber-related issues.
Yeah, so the works of Interpol, FBI, and Europol, with regards to that, you can check out our previous episode. I think we mentioned it.
Yeah.
We were major on them because they had done an operation. And as Kevin said, this guy went to be trusted by this organization with regards to security research and countering crime, cybersecurity crime. Yeah, so I think that is it for the Eugene Kaspersky, and we'd love to move to the next person and switching the borders, and we are going to the United States and switching our focus to Teresa Payton.
Yeah, Teresa Payton. Payton is an interesting name. Never had it with anyone, I think. But Teresa, Mother Teresa.
Is it the same spelling?
I am not sure because there are some are called Teresa. I don't know. Some there's Mexican version and the rest.
Teresa is Teresa.
Yeah, just as it is. So this lady is a very powerful lady. In fact, the first female to become the chief information officer of the White House. And being regarded as a chief information officer is a very powerful role. But let's not also forget the docket that she was in. It means that for any technical item or issue with regards to maybe cybersecurity and also with regards to the White House, she would be the one who is able to answer the question. Sometimes in management, I think it goes down to, even if you know it's your junior, the senior person is the one who takes responsibility, and for a very long time, that's the role she has been able to take up. And by the way, I think she's also a patent holder.
A founder, a CEO, and she also went ahead to be mentioned in the top 50 women in tech in 2021.
And I wonder how she's been able to maneuver around in the field, because she has knowledge in advanced tech concepts such as quantum computing, Internet of Things, Bitcoin, Metaverse, and the rest. But you know, in such a role, you need to be all-rounded because you don't know from which dimension attacks would come up.
Especially in an infrastructure like the White House, which is so critical.
So you need to have everything in your fingertips.
So Teresa Payton, we see that she went ahead to be an author. So that came later in her life, in her profession. So I think with regards to the honors, she is not the first lady you're going to speak about.
There are more.
There are more. Though I know the others will come in later. I
think for the books that she's been able to publish, I think there's one called Manipulated, and it's regards to inside the cyber war and hijack and the distortion of the truth. So I think it's some political insider cycles that happen in the US government. So I was listening to this famous guy. He was saying that maybe if you want to study to become successful financially, you need to read finance books. If you want to become successful in maybe art, you need to research on art. But now she decided to do the same and also went a step ahead to publish books. Others that she has published is Protecting Your Identity, and also there is the privacy in the age of big data. Exactly.
So as you mentioned, she has some experience in quantum computing. It can relate to the book in big data. Have you read it?
Not really, just at a high level, but it's something that I would maybe purchase and see how it goes.
I think I have a copy. I'm not really sure. I'm not promising you anything. But anyway, I think I do have a copy.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'd really love us to maybe go to Africa or maybe.
But even before you do that, I think initially
with regards to Teresa.
Yeah, Teresa.
Okay.
There's something else, that the fact that she also has a background in finance. Like, I think the only thing she has not done is become a doctor.
I think that is a very good path to copy.
Yeah, but it requires a lot of strength, because she has a background in finance. She was also a founder of 2 companies, that's Duck3 and Celerium.
Was later acquired, yeah. Yeah.
And then from there, she became also the co-founder of one of the companies that are considered as the top 150 hottest companies. I think that was Fortalis. Yeah. And she's also a member of the Cyber Defenders. Yeah.
So a very important figure with regards to cybersecurity, and it being a very dynamic field, it requires stealth regardless of the gender.
Yeah.
So I think she's someone who is supposed to celebrate. Yeah.
So maybe to all the females watching this podcast, you can become anything.
Yeah.
So don't be. At least there's a mirror that you can look at.
Yeah, exactly.
So they've just given you like a 5-7
especially even in the
minutes
whole of tech industry. There are, especially because I know we are going to speak about another lady in this episode, in this or the next. I think it is maybe an inspiring point, right?
True.
So, do we proceed to that?
Yeah, sure.
We should proceed on to our next icon, and I believe this one is more familiar to everyone. But before I even mention the name, I think at this juncture, let me introduce our sponsors of this podcast, and these are Funlinks Entertainment and Coding in Kahawa Community. So Coding in Kahawa Community is a community for developers and everyone in the tech field. And in this community, you can be able to find guidance and also mentorship, courses, and every learning opportunity is there. Yeah,
a huge network of almost 1,000 members who are in diverse fields, especially in tech, locally and globally, and with a very great future ahead, especially due to the rapid growth it has had since the past few. I think it's almost hitting the 4th year mark, if I'm not wrong, something of the sort. And also for Funlinks Entertainment, this is a coding platform where children come together. They're able to learn and gain new skills, especially when it comes to tech. So instead of the normal ear, eyes, nose and mouth, why don't you give your son or daughter a new tech skill?
Exactly. Robotics and all.
And etc.
So check it. We'll link the links to these communities in our description, so make sure to check it out. They say train them when they are early enough.
Like the which animal is this? The one that is flexible while it's still young, but when it gets old, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks.
I think that one is better.
That's the way to go.
So anyway, we get into our third icon. I believe it's our third. It's our third. So Kevin Mitnick.
Just like I am.
Just like you're Kevin.
Hey, Kevus, this time at least we are shining.
So is there a judge in cybersecurity?
George Washington, that was the president of US.
So anyway, Kevin Mitnick. So Kevin Mitnick is an icon who I think everyone is familiar with. But anyway, we wouldn't blame anyone if they knew Mitnick after his sudden death.
But who knew him after he passed on? Who didn't? That's the question. Maybe if you are underwater, in a remote. But anyway, Kevin Mitnick, his story is incredible. We saw him he started his career very early, as we just recommended with regards to Funlinks. I think
anyway, he started his career early, and he started tinkering with things and all. And with regards to social engineering, we can say that maybe he's one of the forefathers of social engineering. I think he came into the limelight, I think in 1979, when he performed his first hack. That was when he attacked the University of the ARC system. I think ARC was the system, but it was tied to the University of Southern California. So that's when he interfered with the student system and the rest. Maybe he wanted to give someone an A in that. Though I think Mitnick wasn't motivated with ill intentions. I think that is one of the things I find about him. He was more. I think once later in his life, once I just looked at his motives, and then he saw that Kevin did this. I think it was for fun, or it was just a hobby or something.
the hobby bit is true, but it was more of a proof of concept with real world scenarios, trying to teach people practically the importance of cyber security. We accept innovations like from the microcomputers. What are they called? The mini frames. When you're doing computer studies, the
mainframes.
The mainframes. You know, like the whole 512. What is the 512 MB? Then it was like a big cuboid. Yes, there's been a lot of innovation, but it's also important to take up the security bit behind these innovations, and that's what I think the life of Kevin Mitnick was purposed to do on this earth.
So I think we can maybe talk about the turning point of Kevin Mitnick, because when he started, he started, I'd say, on the wrong foot, because he was on FBI's most wanted at one point in his life.
Yeah, and I think he was also deported from various countries back and forth. At some point, he was also in Russia. It's a assertion. I'm not sure with what he was doing in Putin's land, but seems as if something was cooking, because with the cyberspace, the game is usually between countries like Russia, US, China. They are about so
in
that
the past events, UK are coming.
there's been a sharp the Ep16 and the rest, but that's an episode for another day. But what happened to him is that he was arrested, and interestingly, he accepted.
He
He pleaded guilty, and
that was wise.
yes, it was wise, because if it's your time to shine to prove a concept, you'd say, yes, I hacked it because of 1, 2, 3. People are ignorant, but what if we look at it this way? Maybe someone stepped on his foot.
So his motivation
wrongly.
was more of like shining a light on the same.
Yeah, true.
So I think when he pleaded guilty, his sentence was reduced.
And, by about 5 years.
Yeah, and he went to prison for 5 years. And when he came back, he kind of turned his life around, because at one point when he was running away from that chase, that all goose chase with the FBI, he went I think to those rural places, and he got away from information security for a while, and then he saw, I can't do this thing. So I think that was one of the motivation that made him turn his life around and try to maybe be on the good side.
I think when your life is a thriller and you need to go like underwaters, you'll just find yourself coming back. Yeah. So, but besides that, he did a very good job. He was released, now turned officially into the good guy. I think he was more of a grey hat. We cannot call him a black hat, but if he had the opportunity to steal billions from banks and just go underwaters. And speaking of stealing, there was this Bitcoin to dollar transfer. I think there's a movie. I'll try to recall details about it. Maybe you can feature it, because we have also featured Kevin Mitnick. This guy just went underwater, changed his face. The family. There's a movie on Netflix even about it. I think we'll just we'll treat it in one of our next episodes. So he went, he became a professional security consultant and was able to join hands with the government and even published various books.
So with regards to that, I think he is one of the people who shed a light into, as in his actions, shed a light into the field of social engineering and all, about the human aspect of cybersecurity. And I think with regard to that, let me just mention about a blog coming up. We are working on a blog on the human aspect of cybersecurity. Just check it out. We'll give our handles at the end of the episode. So I don't know if there is anything else remaining.
Maybe his books, the art, the Ghost in the Wires. I think The Art of Invisibility. Was it? Yeah. Those are some of the books that he has been able to publish. And I think above these fantasy novels and the rest, 1, 2, 3, and there, I think they are one of the greatest bestseller books around the world.
And he did his autobiography.
I heard it, but I'm not sure about the title. But he's someone who has done a lot of things. So maybe when you become skilled in the future, try to put your life down in a book.
Are you advising me?
I think you can.
Okay, like I love your wisdom. So I think he went ahead. Let me mention an award. He went ahead after he passed on.
By the way, he passed
went
on.
ahead to receive this award. So let me just pull it. It is the Difference Makers Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, People's Choice in 2023.
Yeah.
So you can feel that he was very celebrated in the field and also respectable also beyond the field.
Yeah, but even before his death, I think some weeks to come, he was to come to Kenya.
To Kenya?
Yeah. I know of a person who's I don't have the authority maybe to mention his name for various reasons, but there was a program that he was launching and he was about to come, but later on he accepted. In fact, I think he was showing us the mails that he was conversing with him one-on-one. So it was a somehow close but somehow far. I think it's just like the same as Miles Monroe. I think after he met Jeff Koinange and the rest, so then it happened. Yeah, but he passed on, but he has left a legacy, one that will not be forgotten for many and many years to come.
Yeah. So I think we'll end up with Kevin Mitnick. Even though he left us at the end, he left a legacy and
it's
he
like,
left an inspiration to many.
It's like reggae. 200 years later.
I don't listen to reggae.
So do I, but there's something you can learn from it as always.
Yeah, it's okay. That is great. So I think we'll end up with that with regard to Kevin Mitnick and also the whole episode. So I think we're going to do a second episode that is a continuation of this episode, and it will still be about these icons, because I feel that we have not exhausted these icons, especially. Maybe we do an extra woman. I love the story of Teresa, and maybe we try and focus over there. But as for this episode, I think we should wind it over here.
Yeah, I think we should watch out on the next one. We have a movie in quotes. There's someone's biography is more of a movie, more into drugs, into this, that. But let's watch out and stay tuned.
Yeah, so for that and more, watch out for the next episode at Shieldcast. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, that is Shieldcast, that is Shield_cast. Follow us and rank us and rate us on Spotify and leave your comment. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.